Oh my goodness, look at the junk in my background. I think that's so funny. Y'all do not laugh at me. I'm in my spare bedroom, so this can look however I want it to, okay? Anyway, what's up, hoochie mamas and hoochie daddies? I am doing something that I haven't done in like a year, which is went live with y'all because I feel like y'all deserve that. And the way life and times is set up, why not? You know, why not go live with y'all? This light is like irritating me. Let's sit it on the floor. So, hoochie mamas and hoochie daddies, we have not gone live in a long time, so it's really amazing to be here with y'all tonight. It's Friday night, April 10th, and this has been a long week. And I don't know if it's been long for y'all, but it's been long for me. And I just kind of want to vent about it, you know? I got to loosen up my necklaces because I ain't trying to choke myself or nothing, you know? Anyway, people always ask me how I'm doing. And I always just be like, I'm okay. I don't never lie and be like, oh, girl, I'm good. But I be like, I'm okay. Because if I'm not okay, what you going to do about it? What the fuck you going to do about it? Like, do you really want to know how I'm doing? When you ask me how I'm doing, do you really want to know how I'm doing? So I just, like, I really be like, I'm okay because I am. In spite of all the things we could complain about, it's like we still have a million more reasons to be grateful. So it just really don't help to complain. Anyway, I'm very exhausted. My spirit, my mind, my heart. I know that sounds like very deep. When someone says that their heart is exhausted, to me that kind of sounds like they just kind of ready to go, you know? I'm not saying I'm ready to go. Why my glasses crooked like that? Y'all never mind my glasses being crooked. Act like they not. But I know they are, and I can see that they are. It's like one of my ears is higher than the other or something. I don't know. Anyway, um, I definitely am not ready to check out. I'm not gonna say that, but the reason that I say my heart is tired is because a part of my heart has been fighting for so long, and I'm talking about my grandma. Um, it's just been a rough few months, couple months, few months, which is why I haven't really been on YouTube. But I feel like I gotta start leaning back into my YouTube simply because the way the world is going, the way life is going, the way my life has been going, I'm really gonna need an outlet. And the world is gonna need an outlet. And I feel like if anyone is brilliant, if you have a phone, if you have internet, if you have any type of capabilities, I think everyone should lean into YouTube because it's going to be something that we're going to need. They're already censoring all the apps that we used to use faithfully. Um, Instagram isn't as censored, not yet, but TikTok is censored now that the US owns it, aka y'all Big Daddy Trump. Um, So like I'm just feeling all these things, and I know that I'm gonna have to lean back into my YouTube because what is this on my lip? I'm gonna have to lean back into my YouTube because like that's the only place it seems that the world is gonna be able to keep it real. So here I am, and I just want to tell y'all, never feel guilty for taking a break. If you have to take a break from, I ain't gonna say motherhood because them children need you. I don't have kids yet, but if you have to take a break from motherhood, don't be afraid to ask someone that you trust to help you with them kids. You know, it's not always safe nor wise to keep running on burnout. And that's what I have to remind myself. So I don't be feeling guilty when I take breaks. Like your body will physically start to reject you, food, all types of things when you don't take a break. And I had to experience that this past week. On what day was that? Monday, I didn't go to work. I worked at home. Tuesday, I didn't work at all. I just stayed home. Um, and if y'all hear some sirens and stuff outside, it's because I live downtown, so lots of noises. But Tuesday I didn't work at all because my body was like, no ma'am. I was throwing up all day. I had the D word, falling out the ass. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, diarrhea. I had that. So I was like, you know what? No. My body is telling me that I'm doing too much and fuck that job. And that's literally what you have to say sometimes because your body is your temple. And if your temple can't function, then how the fuck a job gonna get some productivity out of you? So I barely made it Monday when I was working from home. Just throwing my guts up. Um, and then like I'm just going through so much. My license are suspended. I can't drive. I'm missing out on family functions. Like my family needs me right now. This is the longest I've gone without seeing my grand since all this has been going on with her. And it is so devastating because if you know me, you know my grand is my everything. And so life period has been hard because I call her to talk to her about everything. Everything. And yes, I still have a mama. But me and my mama, our communication is nothing like me and my grand. Like I feel like my grand is that person that has a solution and an answer and a soothing word for everything. No matter what I'm going through, she got something for it. And going from talking to my girl every single day, multiple times a day, to now sometimes days, you know, it's been really hard for me. It has made me very angry. I've I've had great resentment and it has come out in many ways. I have softly and gently, and when I say softly and gently, I say it like that because if I really went off on people the way I should, it would be bad. But I have softly and gently gone off on my mama, and she didn't deserve it. Coworkers, and they did deserve it. Um, just whoever, It's like this is not the time to piss me the fuck off. Now I have mastered my emotional intelligence because when I tell you I can be really calm in moments where I'm really supposed to be tweaking, I've literally mastered that. However, when it comes to my grand, I have zero understanding. And like the decisions that are now having to be made regarding her, just her location, it just it devastates me because I always promised my grand that I would stop my life to take care of her. And I really would. But like now she's at the point where physically her mobility is different and it's just so many things I don't want to go into. So I'm not. But life has been doing some numbers. It really has. And it's like we in a time where really only the strong will survive. And so if you see people who were once wise and just full of life and vibrant and they used to have things more stable about them, when you start seeing those people going off the rails, that's when you know this is a scary time. I have seen people that used to really have it together, and now they are like shattering to pieces like a broken glass because everybody ain't built for these times. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're not, all I can advise you to do is seek Christ because getting around people who are strong, that's not enough. Either you're gonna possess the strength that it takes or you're gonna get walked all over. And that's one thing about me. Like, I know for sure since I was conceived, I've always been a fighter. Always been a fighter. Like, I was supposed to be here. I've been fighting for life and for the right to live since I was conceived. Like I said, I think I done said it on one of these videos before. My mama contemplated aborting me, and I'm sure a lot of y'all mamas contemplated aborting y'all. I ain't saying all of y'all because my kids will never be able to say that I contemplated aborting them. And I'm not mad at her for contemplating aborting me because shit, getting pregnant for my daddy, that was not no easy feat. So I commend her for having me. But that was the first time that my life was at an ultimatum. That's not the right term. That's not the right word. Where my life was at a crossroad. How about that? And then like so many instances throughout my life, like I can't even name them all. One time in a day, Satan tried to take me out about 5 or 6 times. And the Lord was like, no, we're just not going to let it go down like that. So, like, when I tell you my life has constantly been tried and tested for and came for by Satan, and I have always found a way to keep going. And that's what I need for y'all to do. That's what the world is finna do. It's finna separate the real ass motherfuckers from the bitches they just talked about. That's what the world is finna do. I know it sounds like I've been rambling, but I promise you, like, I don't give a fuck. This right here, this from my heart. So like this don't have no rhythm to it. That's what y'all gonna realize. This podcast that I just started tonight is called Might As Well Say It. It is gonna be just me just saying, my very intrusive thoughts that I normally internalize, but I have decided to be obedient and share with y'all. That's what this is. So yes, I'm rambling, but it's all got a point to it. You can either watch and listen or not. But these videos are gonna be here always for us to look back on. So shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. Anyway, I've been making myself laugh. I might be, a little corny with it at times, but this shit gonna make me some money. You can't tell me it won't. It's going to. Anyway, my family needs me, and I'm not able to be there in the capacity that I need to, and it's making me mad. It's making me furious. I am enraged. Like, if you know how to operate a vehicle, why the fuck do you need a license? I know why you need one, but that's just my intrusive thoughts right now, okay? If y'all keep seeing me look over here, it's just because I'm trying to remind myself of the things that I want to say. Oh yeah, I got some new tattoos, y'all. So they're still healing. But this one right here, I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to mess up my little edge, but it says Lord, Lord. No, I'm not calling myself the Lord. It is speak, Lord, your servant is listening. And then this is the left side, even though the camera has it flipped. This is the left side. So the Lord has never left my side. I know you like it. And then I got my grand name on my neck. Because that's my girl. They still healing though. I just got them a couple weeks ago. Anyway. So also I have lost a very young cousin of mine this week. She passed yesterday. Rest easy, Cece. Sierra Johnson. Um, I don't know how young my cousin was, but I know she was younger than me, and I know she been fighting for her life since she been born too. She was born a preemie in the NICU, and literally every day since birth that she has lived has been a blessing and a miracle because they didn't expect her to see any day past the day she was born, to be honest, So I think she lived to be about at least 25, maybe 23 to 25, something like that. But the saddest part is she has a little boy. She has a son. And now he no longer has his mom. I think he's a year old. If he's not a year old, he may be about 11 months or something, but I think he's over a year old. Maybe he's about 15 months, 16, 18 months. I don't know, but I think he's over a year old. But either way, he only got a very short period with his mom. And my heart aches for anyone who is left without a mom, because that's just not a pain that I would wish on nobody, to have to be out here in the world navigating without your mom. I don't want to know what that's like. I see my cousin go through it and I hate it for her. I have a cousin that we grew up like sisters. We first cousins, my daddy's niece. And cause my auntie Lynn, the one that I'm the most like, one of the realest hoes to ever live. She wasn't a hoe. She wasn't a hoe. But I didn't want to call her a bitch either, so she was one of the realest. And they say I'm just like her. And our birthdays were only 8 days apart. And me and my grand birthdays a week apart. Because my grand and her daughter birthdays were a day apart. So like when my aunt Lynn passed, that was tough because my cousin is her only child. And the way we grew up, because all of our parents only had one child at a point, I was my parent only child. My cousins were their mom's only child. So we grew up like sisters. And our aunties was like our mamas. So my auntie was like my mama, her daughter was like my sister. So with my cousin being the only child, like she wasn't emotionally, psychologically available enough to really handle the weight of having to plan and deal with her mama's death, the funeral, none of that. So like I really had to step up for my auntie, and for my cousin. And I wrote the obituary, I planned the funeral, I put her earrings in because the dumbass funeral home didn't. I made sure her body was right. I blew the funeral home up after her passing because certain things weren't handled properly. Like, and now my aunt has been gone for years, a long time. And it still feels like it happened yesterday. So I can only imagine what it would feel like losing anyone else that close to me. And so, like, all these deaths, like with my little cousin dying, and now her baby's left behind with no mama, it's just been making things super real. And like a close friend of mine, he lost two family members this week. Like all these, and these were like the people, the other people that I was just telling you passed. These are people that are pillars of the community. So when you start seeing your old legends that you've seen your entire life pass, it's just such a hurtful thing because you always know that people die. I've been seeing people die my whole life. I've been going to funerals my whole life. But it just don't be seeming like your Superman or your Wonder Woman is gonna be the one to eventually go. Like losing my granddaddy when I was 12 years old, that hurt so bad because my granddaddy raised me. He was my daddy. He taught me how to drive. He just, I lived with him my whole childhood. I lived with him all them 12 years. I loved my granddaddy. No matter how wrong he was a lot of times, I loved my granddaddy. But the love I had for my granddaddy, or still have for my granddaddy, can't touch. And I ain't even call him granddaddy. I call him Papa. We call him Papa. The love I have for Papa cannot touch the love I have for my grand. And I told my grand like about 2 years ago that the Holy Spirit had been preparing me for eventual life without her. And because he knows how deeply it's gonna hurt me. And she was telling me like she's grateful that he allowed me to come to that realization because she knows how much I mean to her. She knows how much we mean to each other. She knows how much she means to me. She knows that the way a child looks to their mama, that's how I look to my grand. Because she loved me like she had me. Still loves me like she had me because she's still here. Thank God. But like the love my grand showed for me, I know that God loved me because I have felt more love from my grand. This is not to slight nobody, but I felt more love from my grand in my lifetime than I ever have from either of my parents. And I love my mama. But I feel like nothing can touch the relationship I have with my grand. I think the only thing that will even come close to the love that me and my grand share will be the love between me and my husband and me and my kids. Because I would never love nobody the way that I love my grandma, except maybe my brother. Because I love my brother. Like, I really love my brother. I thank God every day for my baby. I love him so much. But just knowing that our time with our favorite people, our superheroes, our time with them is limited. It hurts. It hurts really, 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 really bad. It hurts. It hurts like a pain I can't even explain because, yes, we're the new legends. However, you just be thinking like, as great as they are, how could they leave? But that's the thing. All great things come to an end. And like in my heart, my grand will never end. I think the only thing that'll be different about her physically leaving this earth will be that I can't call her anymore. That'll be the only thing. Because I will always hear her voice. And I have so many videos. That's why I always paid my phones off and kept my phones because I got so many videos and so many memories of me and my grand on vacations, joyriding, getting our nails done, her talking crap, her dancing to Boosie. Like, my grand, as long as I'm alive, her spirit will live forever because I'm the most like her and I know her through and through. And I don't know nobody on this earth that's more like my grand than me. From our personalities to our slick mouths to just, we give the greatest advice, we give the greatest love, we cook the best meals, we give the best hugs. After people encounter us, they know that there's a God and that God is real and that He radiates all through us. And that's because I will, like, as long as I breathe, her spirit will live forever. And because I have spent so much time with her, God reassures me of that every day. And just knowing those things is what keeps me sane. That's what keeps me at peace because I know that my grand is my biggest fan. In her eyes, I can do no wrong. And I know that she knows I'm going to be all right. She knows that I know God, and she knows that I will never leave God and that He will never leave me. And she knows that the woman she has raised me to be is wise and is of good courage and is of good character and is not a hoe and is not gonna settle for no anything type of man because I done saw my grand suffer with my papa. As much as I love my papa, he was not the best husband to my grand. And she did not deserve him and he did not deserve her. But because of love and because of God and because of grace and mercy, she stayed. And they produced a son who produced me. And I always say that the best part about my father is the fact that he gave me the greatest grandparents ever and the best brother ever. And that's the best part about my father. I have two amazing brothers because of him, and I have an incredible, loving, and impeccable grandmother. And I had the world's greatest grandfather thanks to my father. That was the only good thing that he did. Only good thing was he gave me a good family. So right now currently in today's reality and the world, um the draft. The draft is supposed to go into effect as soon as December 2026. So y'all know what that means. That means God has, and you know he only need a millisecond. He don't even need that. He don't need y'all permission. He don't need time. God don't even work on time. But that means between now, April 10th, 2026, and December, they didn't say what day, they just said December 2026. So it could be the first for all we know hell. But that means between now and then, some miracles and some shifts got to take place. It's got to. Because do you know how mad this world is going to be when the boys that they have raised from birth to 18 that they have instilled all this greatness into, and that they have invested money and time and wealth and knowledge and just all types of things into. Now you mean to tell me that Big Daddy Trump finna yank my child up from me and send them to a war that they ain't have shit to do with? You know how enraged them crackers that voted for him finna be? And that's what the fuck they get. Because what the fuck you thought was gonna happen? You thought he was just gonna be like, oh, cause you voted for me, I ain't finna yank your fucking son up for this war that I started, so people can't keep talking about how I have trafficked and molested kids. I know this conversation just took a turn, but I don't give a fuck. I'm mad. And I need for the righteous to soon prevail. Because that's what the Lord said, that the righteous will prevail. So I'm ready because I'm one of the righteous. And I'm ready to prevail. I'm ready. I'm ready to prevail. And I've been praying and I've been praying and I've been fasting and I've been praying. Because I just recently convinced my baby that he cannot go to the military. And now these hoes talking about they're gonna try to force him to go to war. What? My baby? Shit. Not my baby. I need something to take place. My baby is not going to no war. Now one of my babies, because both of my brothers fall in that age category. Now one of them is going. I don't know what we're gonna have to do about it, but they're not going. They're not. 413 is approaching. That is the date that my papa passed some years ago. 413. And I don't, that's in 3 days. I don't like that date for nothing. It always puts me in a somber. I've been having the worst anxiety. I know that the Bible and the Father tells us to be anxious for nothing, but I'm a human. I'm a human. So it's quite natural that I'm going to have some anxious moments. But at this time, the goal is to not habitually live and wallow and stay in a cycle of anxiety and anxiousness. Like I really been trying. This week I've been fasting. I've been fasting certain things. And I know you don't supposed to talk about the fact that you're fasting, but I'm not going in detail about it. So I feel like I can say just that. Because it has been necessary and I've seen a difference. I have reached new levels of clarity, but I am just so confident in God that I know that with all the hell that I have gone through and did not stop in the midst of, I kept going through it. I know He got to have something on the other side for me. And I just know that He is gonna make it worth my while. I just know he is because that's just the type of God I serve. That's the type of faith I have. Like, y'all see this tattoo right here? Hold on. Y'all see that tattoo right there? It say faith. It say faith. Cause that's what I got. My faith in God is unshakable. My faith in God is unmovable. It's unwavering. Like nothing can come and make me give up on God. Nothing. Like this is literally when I tell you the Job anointing is upon your girl, it's upon me. It's upon me. Like nothing can make me give up on God. Not a thing. I have been stripped of so much. Satan be trying to strip me of my joy. Not gonna happen. And won't work. Try another bitch. Won't work on me. It just won't. I am trying. Y'all say a prayer for your girl that I can expand in the ways that God wants me to, needs me to, and allows me to. Work life balance is non existent. I have watched over 100 to 150 people either be fired or quit my job, which has left us with this many people and this much work. My arms can't even stretch big enough to show you how much work. And this much money. This much. And no work life balance. Hmm. Hmm. And then they keep asking us, how's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? What's everybody thinking? Do you really give a fuck? Do you really want to know what I'm thinking? How I'm doing? Do you really give a fuck, bitch? Or are you just asking me that? Because I don't think you give a fuck. Because I done told you what the fuck could resolve the issue. And I ain't seen it happen. Y'all keep throwing these motherfucking parties. I know how to feed myself. I speak Guapanese. Guapa motherfucking knees. Okay? That's all we're gonna say about that. I'm tired of hearing bad news. I'm just motherfucking tired of hearing bad news. I'm tired. I heard bad news on the way to work this morning in the motherfucking expensive ass Uber that my job should be paying for. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Um, I thought I had mastered my empathetic ways. I thought I had mastered not taking on the world's emotions and their pain and their feelings because I know the world is hurting because I feel it. If you're an empathetic person like me, I'm sorry, y'all. I be sitting down all day, all motherfucking day, and my ass is hurting because I ain't got much. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me stop apologizing. I'm not fucking sorry. I'm not. Let me not apologize because Hold on, come back now. Let me not apologize because I said that I was gonna tell y'all my intrusive thoughts instead of internalizing them. So would I apologize to myself for telling the truth? Hell no. So I'm not finna apologize to y'all. Okay? But my ass is really hurting because I sit down all the time. Let me show y'all how skinny I done got. Stretch marks and all. Let me show you. 150 pounds. That's what my job done made me reduce the fuck down to. I was like, how much was I weighing? I was like, when I got to that job, I was like 220 something pounds. Now I'm 150. What the fuck? Somebody asked me today, how did I lose all this weight? What do they need to do? You know what I told them? I told them to work for a job that don't appreciate them. I told them to work for a job that don't pay them enough. I told them to work for a job that don't value them, that leaves them no room to breathe. And yeah, then they can lose weight too. That's not funny. It's actually sad. So sad. But yeah, I'm tired of feeling the world's pain. Like, I just wish I didn't have these empathetic emotions about me because, like, I feel pain that I ain't even meant to be feeling. I feel pain that I ain't even like choose, that I didn't even cause to be coming upon me. And it don't feel good. Maybe I should start streaming. I'm basically already doing it anyway. But like it just don't feel good. Like just I gotta try to pray some of this weight and this heaviness up off of me. Like this emotional weight that I feel of the world, it's not healthy and it hurts. And it's like, how do I leave room to feel my feelings if I'm feeling y'all feelings? I hate being an empath. Fucking sucks. This shit is bananas, man. Anyway, I'm still grateful though. Like, regardless, I always, every day, try to remind myself of what's great in life. Even though I'm paying hundreds of dollars to DoorDash deliver food to myself, to Uber back and forth to this job that don't pay enough to pay for the shit, to this sacrifice so many things that I don't even discuss. I know God gotta have something on the other side, so I'm grateful to just be able to be here to just work towards seeing it. I don't know when it's gonna come, but I have the delusional faith enough to believe that if I just keep pressing and if I just don't give up, He gonna show me why it was the dog in me to keep fighting. I don't know, you know. I'm just trying. I'm just really trying. But you know what? Like anybody who's ever known me for any period of time at any point in my life, they will always tell you that they have never known me to cower down. I ain't never cowered it down against no teacher, no parent, no adult, no police. This ain't the brag. This is just speaking of my character. I ain't never backed down and cowered it down to no devil. And I ain't finna start, because why? If I done made it to this earth, best believe God gonna make sure I stay protected while I'm on this earth. And so if God is my protection, why am I finna cower the fuck down? That's not how I was raised. That's not how I was built. That's not who I am. I have had so many people try to alter me, try to like slip tips to me of how I could be a better person. I've had people try to tell me how to dress. I have had people tell me to dumb my personality down. Maybe you shouldn't post certain things online. Maybe you shouldn't speak your mind and tell the truth. Well, then I would be like the rest of you motherfuckers, cowering down, lying, showing your representative, being a false ass, fake ass advertisement. That ain't what I do. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to not be honest. I don't know how to tell you what you want to hear. I don't know how to be politically correct, and I ain't finna try to. That's not comfortable. So I'm 32, and the Lord been covering me as I be myself. He ain't finna stop. As long as I do it and I make his name greater while doing it, and I'm gonna always do that. And as long as I ain't hurting nobody, I ain't stealing from nobody, I ain't lying on nobody, and I ain't lying to nobody, he gonna make sure I'm covered. And I thank him for that. Cause he ain't gotta do that. God is my 24/7 bodyguard, and I appreciate him for it. I ain't out here, like causing no ruckus and being like, bitch, you won't hit me, Because some people do stuff like that. Very provocative. Want to provoke you, antagonize. See, I don't do stuff like that because I know it's other people out here that don't play games just like I don't. So that's why I'm not trying to like volunteer myself for no problems because I'm not even no problematic type of girl. But I've been cutting people off left and right. People been coming back from the past. People that God told me that I like because of the destiny assignment I got you on, you can't talk to them. He done already told me. And then yet Satan done sent them back like, let me just try again. And they done came back pretending like they different. Sending their representative. You would think they was different until they say them little keywords. Okay, first conversation, they seem different. Second conversation, and because I know them, like really know them, like I know them more than the person they married to, which is sad. Because if she knew she was in danger, like I know she's in danger, she wouldn't have she wouldn't have even married him. But when people try to come back into your life that God had already told you was dangerous to your destiny, you better let them go before he have to make you show you why he didn't want them back in your life. You better let them go voluntarily. It's better to let people go when you have a choice. Because when God take your choice away, it don't feel good. It don't. One time God took somebody away from me and I didn't choose. And I had to lose something else in the process of losing them. And I didn't lose them like they died or nothing. But I did lose something. And I lost something so significant that it took a part of me with it. And so it's best to let people go when you have a choice. So I cut some people off for good, blocks, all that, for good, Let me see what else. Oh my God, my biggest prayer has been to find my tribe. If you know me, if you getting to know me, any of that, you know, I am a woman who don't mind fucking with herself. She will be alone till she either get married or till Jesus call her back to glory. I don't mind being by myself. And I so don't mind being by myself that I have not ever been in any hurry, desperation, fear of finding a friend. Cause see, people be liking me when I don't even be wanting them to like me. People be interested in me when I don't even be wanting them to be interested in me. But see, the thing is, I don't want just know any kind of person to call friend. I need some like-minded, like-spirited individuals around me. Like I can't do the opportunistic people. I'm sorry, y'all, but my glasses. Let me stop saying I'm sorry because I'm not sorry. My glasses just keep doing crazy shit. Crooked as fuck. See them? Y'all heard it? Yeah. About time for me to go. Traffic getting crazy out there on Friday night. But my tribe is gonna come to me. I trust that it will. The right people, people that are peculiar just like me. And I don't even want no lot. Maybe just one or two. I kind of want like folks that are more so in the grounded. Well, you definitely grounded. Cause I'm grounded. I can't be around bitches that ain't grounded. But where I was going with that is more so like stable. Home life is stable. I don't care what your finances look like because I'm not spending your money. But like just got a peaceful, stable home life. I'm one of them type that I like gatherings. I like kickbacks. I like potlucks. I like barbecues. I like brunch. I like going to church together. I like lounges. I like backyard activities. I like simple shit. And I like people that be themselves. I don't like people whose identity is wrapped up in partying and fucking and all the things that don't nourish the soul. I like people who say how things make them feel and they're honest about it. And they don't feel bad after they're honest about it. Because that's how I am. I was just telling my mama today that we had my job always ordering this food. Always. At least once a week. Twice, three times, whatever. Every week. So, cause it ain't but five of us working there, so might as well. So they order us food every week, and I was picking through this salad that looked really good, and it had all the things on it: mandarin oranges, cranberry, almond, pecan, feta cheese, just all types of shit. And so I was picking through it, and I was getting all the shit that I wanted because I can do that. It's me. Who finna say shit? Nobody. So I was getting all the shit that I wanted, and the girl was like, and I think she older than me. And if she not older than me, she got a child, so bitch grow up. But she was like, "Oh my god, you just took all the mandarin oranges off the salad." And you know what I said? I don't give a fuck. I turned around and I looked at her and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Cause I don't. Like, ma'am, if you wanted these things off this salad, you should have got up here and got it. But because I did, and now you're crying about it, what you want me to do? Put it back? Put it on your plate? Like, I don't give a fuck. And that's like literally the type of people I want to be around. Like, not rude, but just, okay, what do you want me to do about it? You know? That's how I am. Them the type of people I like. Or when I say I don't give a fuck, you're not finna cry. Because why are you even telling me in the first place you hate how I just picked over that salad, but I got the things that I wanted, you know? I don't know. Was that a rude? Y'all tell me if that's rude. I don't give a fuck if it was. Anyway, my tribe is coming to me. They are going to understand me. They are going to call me out when they feel I'm wrong. And I'm going to be like, okay. I still love you regardless. But I'm just navigating new realities and I'm trying to laugh through it, even though it really hurts a lot. I'm just trying to find a way to heal in the moment so that I don't have to spend time healing later. And I know healing is an ongoing thing. Healing takes a lifetime. But when I say I want to heal in the moment, what I mean is right now I'm still healing some childhood things. And it's not terrible. It's just that it happened then and I'm still healing from it now. And so with a lot of the grief that I'm prematurely feeling, even before certain things leave and certain people and certain beings leave me, the premature grief that I'm feeling, I want to be able to heal even then. So that as I'm healing, I'm not constantly working on healing things from several decades ago. Like I'm 70 years old. I'm only 32. But what I'm saying is like I just want to make sure that I just want to make sure that I can compartmentalize my healing so that I'm not overwhelmed at some point because I don't want to break. And I'm unbreakable. And it's easy to say, but like when you're in the moment, it's so hard to really convince yourself sometimes. But I know that my faith in God is gonna get me through any and everything and all things because I done been through a lot of things. And I cannot wait to tell a book, to write memoirs, to someday have a film about me because I'm just that great of a girl that I'm gonna have a film about me. And I'm going to get to choose who plays me. She gonna have to come with it. She gonna really have to come with it to play me. But like my story is so great and it ain't even halfway through. I'm just 32 and my story is so great. Like the things I survived just in childhood alone is greatness. I know that God wants me here. I know that the children that He allows to come from me will be so amazing and just so blessed to have a mama like me that can put them on game, to teach them things and to warn them of things that hopefully they won't ever have to experience. And things that I haven't had to experience either because I was just wise enough to pay attention to other people's lives in order to know that that was not something I wanted to repeat. My children are going to be literally products of grace, products of obedience, products of your mama did not give the fuck up, and this is the greatness that God has blessed me with. I can't wait to see my twins because my grand has convinced me that I'm gonna have twins. She been telling me for years, and I didn't want to accept it, but now, probably for the last 2 years, I've been accepting it. Maybe, maybe the last 3 or 4 years, I've been accepting it. But it just seems more realistic now. I do not care what the genders are. I said I don't want two boys only because I do want to have at least one girl. But I just want twins because I don't want to get pregnant more than once, honestly. I'm 32 and I don't want to go through this shit more than once. Pregnancy is a beautiful thing, I'm quite sure. But I don't want to experience it more than I have to. I don't want my cat to stretch more than it has to because I'm having my children naturally at home. And yeah, but like, I'm excited. Life is finna turn the fuck up. It has to. It has to. I've been through so many things that I know it has to get amazing. So y'all stick with me. I'm gonna keep you involved. I'm not gonna keep disappearing. I'm gonna give you vlogs, diary entries, lives. I'm gonna fix this room up. Y'all are gonna see this room right here transform. It is gonna be transformed. Y'all gonna see this room turn into a whole nother space. This wall behind me, I'm gonna make it something different. That junk over there, I'm gonna do something with it. Y'all just finna grow with me. Y'all gonna see me go from single woman to wife, mother, entrepreneur, even before wife and mother. I got something big coming up in the next couple weeks. Y'all finna grow with me in that. Stick with me, hoochie mamas and hoochie daddies. The same way I stick with God. I don't know if y'all got that much dedication, but I want y'all to show me that you do. I need you to like, share, comment, subscribe. Join me on this journey because we got places to go, things to do, people to see. I want to meet y'all. I'm going to have meet and greets in my forever future. And I want to meet y'all. I want to see who watches me, who loves me, who is moved by some things I've said, no matter how harsh of a reality it was. I love y'all, hoochie mamas and hoochie daddies. My DMs are open. And this was the very first episode of my very new podcast called Might As Well Say It. Because you might as well. Love y'all.